first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Mayfield now on second down. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. First down, they'll run with Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Second down, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. Third down here.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On third down, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Check. Look at 56. Look at 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Menardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Good job, D. That's right. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Check, watch before, watch before.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. Finding room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Black 22. Come back, come back, 22.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Being chased out left. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Four down, check. Down. Come back, come back. Blue 80.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Richmond. Hey, green, the line. Green, the line.
Out of the gun, Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Come back.
A shotgun snap for Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you've got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43.
Watch it now, Barney.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And this is going to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end in Njoku. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Hey. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Again, this is Chubb, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From the gun, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep, and this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Tiger. Black 99 Philly.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, some strong running. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Reset.
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Come back. 4 down.
On first down, Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A first down carry down for Miller. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Black 22! Black 22! Blue! Not feeling.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Reset! Red, green, the line! Green, the line!
Watson now to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Tavecchio puts this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, for the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watch it now, Barney!
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Gun! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Hot!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Browns on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now out comes Houston. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Green the line! Green the line!
On first down, it's Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Green the line! Green the line! Come back, come back!
Throwing again is Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Seven yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Tiger!
Watson looks to throw again, and he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Come back, come back! Hey! 4 down.
Again, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception, Mayfield underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Check. 4 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And here comes the Texans now. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And from down in Miami, an update. The Bills have taken an early lead against the Dolphins. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And they start the second half with Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
41.
Hot!
Check.
Mayfield now on second down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And another example of why Baker Mayfield went #1 in the draft. His ability to confound defensive coordinators. They played him for the pass. They covered it well. He takes off with his legs and scrambles for a big gain.
Gone! Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Second down, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Bunch formation, bunch formation. Come on, boys, come on.
Mayfield. Now he'll escape to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
One set, eyes up, one set. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield looks to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Hey, 4-1.
Detroit!
Here's Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Blue 90! Detroit!
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Richmond!
To throw on second is Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Green the line! Green the line!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going up top. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. Green 35.
They go play action. Mayfield. Past the 20. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Richmond, back 22. Back 22.
Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Watson on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4 down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with. If they could have stopped them right there on that down, now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had them blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but, hey, took off and found a way. Dumps it complete to Miller, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey, boys, got 4.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Reset.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it with Miller. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll try the air now with Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
3 down.
From the gun, here's Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Richmond. Come back. Blue 80.
Throwing again is Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the 50, it's Watson. Hopkins, strong running, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A run for Nick Chubb. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends.